As lightning strikes scorched the ground below, King Fong assessed the battlefield from above. Deciding to strike from the air, he activated graceful release, shrouding himself in a protective black light shield. His eyes burned with determination as he lunged forward, executing Shadow Slash with blinding speed. The attack sliced cleanly through the boss's neck, decapitating it in one fluid motion. The lifeless corpse collapsed as King Fong landed gracefully, his boots pressing into the bloodied earth. A system notification flashed before him. Soul Clean Surgeon, Platinum Tier, defeated. Level up, 11. +4 to all attributes. +10 free attribute points. Rewards, 20 evolution points, 1,005,520 days of tradable lifespan. He had just secured the world's first Platinum Tier boss kill, earning 10 reputation points and, more importantly, mastery over the sanctified grounds. This wasn't just any hideout, it was a future stronghold. King Fong knew that when the game eventually merged with reality, conventional weapons would corrode. Nuclear arsenals would turn to dust within days, tanks and jets would be scrap metal in months. Only game-extracted skills and structures would hold power. This hideout, once transported to the real world, could deploy a magical barrier, rendering it an impenetrable sanctuary. His mind flashed back to his past life when the Godslayer Guild had used this very location as their base. Meanwhile, in another part of the world, rain hammered the battlefield as a monstrous axe slammed into the earth. Xiaoyu's friend, Zio, barely rolled away in time, shouting at her to move. But she was too slow. The axe cleaved through her torso, bisecting her instantly. She respawned in town, the system delivered its verdict. Death penalty, -14 years, non-tradable lifespan, -2 days, tradable lifespan. Her hands trembled. Another death. Another chunk of her life, gone. Her companion snarled, calling her an idiot for failing to dodge such an obvious attack. She fired back, blaming his incompetence as the tank. The argument escalated until he abandoned the party. Xiaoyu's friend panicked when the tank fled, leaving her vulnerable to the boss's attacks. The boss struck with its axe, and soon after, she respawned in town. Visibly uneasy, she suggested to Xiaoyu that they focus on leveling up by killing smaller monsters first, worried about their dwindling lifespans. Meanwhile, Seo fell silent in thought. The system announced that Shadow, a player from Jianghai City, had secured the world's first platinum-level boss kill, earning 10 reputation points. The news stunned everyone, most players hadn't even encountered a gold-tier monster yet. Discussions erupted over Shadow's identity. Xiaoyu, confused, wondered how he had achieved such a feat when others struggled with silver-tier bosses. Meanwhile, in his hideout, King Fong collected lifespan orbs. Having reached level 11, he allocated his attribute points to agility, relying on his infinite invisibility to avoid damage. The platinum boss kill granted him 20 evolution points, allowing him to upgrade Greedy Hand to legendary tier. The skill now offered a 500% extra loot chance, with a 100% chance for higher tier drops, plus 100 additional storage slots. Using the skill, he secured 5 extra loot drops and gained 100 more evolution points, totaling 115. Among the loot were assassin gear and a skill book, which he stored for later use. He ordered a devout believer to gather the remaining loot while he spent his evolution points. Shadow Stealth, epic stealth duration increased to 60 seconds, attack damage rose to 300 to 500, cooldown reduced to 15 seconds. Backstab enhancement, epic bonus damage increased to 75%. Darkest moment, epic blinded enemies within 50 meters for up to 16 seconds. Bloom Curse, legendary, could now absorb 50% of a corpse's non-tradable lifespan and scatter nearby orbs, erasing the corpse afterward. The ability to absorb non-tradable lifespan surprised him, a crucial advantage in high-level zones where lifespan depletes rapidly. Snowy contacted King Fong, congratulating him on his achievement. She reported that the Eastern Sage had logged off, and his clan was gathering at Jiangnan Hotel after purchasing large amounts of lifespan to boost their in-game power. King Fong praised her, but she dismissed it, stating she was only doing her duty. She had warned him Eastern Sage had to die, or she was doomed. King Fong assured her not to worry as he began storing the loot. To his surprise, even after packing everything, half his inventory remained empty. The 100-slot backpack was proving invaluable. Deciding to cash in, he set off to find Wang Mang. Upon his return, Yu and Little Black's eyes lit up. Yu sprinted toward him, arms outstretched, but King Feng stopped her with a raised hand. Business first. He laid out his terms bluntly. He set the price, take it or leave it. Most of the items were common or bronze-grade junk, so he offered a flat rate 950 days of lifespan. Yu smirked, hand on her face. She agreed. Their own calculations valued the haul at roughly 1,000 days, but to simplify, they'd pay 2,000 for the whole batch. King Feng arched a brow. This wasn't junk. The batch included silver, gold, and even platinum-tier gear worth 18,000 tradable days in total. Yu's fingers froze mid-air as she scrolled through the system window. Platinum equipment? She barely owned a single gold-tier piece. Only a top-tier player would sell something like this. Giddy, she realized this would catapult Zhenghai City's progress and thanked Shadow profusely. King Feng shrugged. They were helping each other. Little Black, nervous, stammered out a question: how did Shadow have so much inventory space? King Feng ignored the jab. Their bags were probably full already. As a friendly tip, he mentioned a hidden staircase beneath the city ruins' central statue, leading to a teleportation portal back to the starter town. As he turned to leave, he dropped one last condition: the first return trip would cost 500 days. After that, they could come and go freely, but they'd better think carefully. Yu grinned, pointing at his retreating figure. Told you, she crowed. Shadow had to be a reborn player, no one else would know such secrets. Wang Mang frowned. Captain, calm down. You're scaring me. Yu flushed, then blurted out, what if I'd flirted with him? Alone, the system prompted King Feng, consume tradable lifespan to extract skills into reality? He didn't hesitate. Level sync. Class advancement sync. 27,000 days vanished in an instant, but the upgrades were complete. Now, skill extraction. He'd already pulled Shadow Meld, level 1, into the real world. This time, he maxed it to level 10, 1,946 days, and added Backstab Enhancement, 900 days. Greedy Hand, 1,000 days. Shadow Flash Slash, 3,200 days. Ghost Blur, 5,366 days. Curse of Blooming, 16,099 days. Blacklight Shield, 11,313 days. 7,480 days remained. Next, Equipment Extraction. Boots of Concealment, Gold, 3,600 days. Pendant of the Devout, Gold, 3,394 days. The pendant's summon, a silver-tier follower, was near invincible in reality. Now, fully synced, he had just 486 days left, but his real-world strength rivaled his in-game power. Time to disappear. He needed more lifespan, full synchronization by the next logout. Back in his apartment, King Feng's eyes narrowed. Kai and Shirshir knew his address. Too risky. He had to move. Sanctuary of Soul Purification required 300+ years, far beyond his current means. For now, a temporary hideout would do. With a smirk, he activated Greedy Hand, absorbing everything in his room into its storage. Perfect fit. He leapt to the window, phone in hand. Dongfeng Xian was at the Jiangnan Hotel, 15 kilometers away. Invisible, he descended. 10 minutes. That's all he needed. Inside, Xian and his men toasted. The game's skills and lifespan are bleeding into reality, one declared. This is our family's golden opportunity. Xian smiled. Xianier's faction was just the beginning. The grandfather beamed. With this, the Dongfengs will rule both worlds, a millennial dynasty. Xian's grin hid malice. That senile old fool, clinging to power, dreaming of immortality. His real plan? Trap Shadow, steal his secrets, and let him farm lifespan like a dog. Once Xian topped the rankings? Slaughter them all. The grandfather leaned in. Any progress on Shadow?
Zion waved him off. I've got a woman on it. We'll have him soon.
Alive, the grandfather stressed. He'll work for us. Meanwhile, King Feng had already killed the guards watching the hotel entrance. They raised a toast to the resurgence of the Dongfeng family, chanting in unison, "Long live the Dongfeng family." He hadn't expected these noble families to be armed. His skills, Ghostly Blur and Blacklight Shield, couldn't guarantee full evasion, and he hadn't extracted any armor into the real world. Choosing caution, he summoned one of his followers, a devout faithful equipped with sharp claws for melee combat and green flames for ranged attacks. He ordered it to leave no one alive. While the group was distracted, the devout faithful burst in, roaring. Panic erupted as the monster charged. Zioner, his expression grim, stood and signaled the guards to fire. The bullets struck its head but had little effect. The creature swung its arm, killing one guard, then impaled another with its claws. As it turned on the guests, Zioner broke into a cold sweat. When it attacked his grandfather, Zioner didn't hesitate, he ran. His mind raced escape, enter the game, and reach level 10. Once he extracted his skills, nothing could threaten him. But as he reached the hotel entrance, King Feng stood waiting. Before Zioner could react, King Feng struck, decapitating him in one swift motion. Blood sprayed as King Feng turned away. Zioner's eyes glazed over in confusion. Moments later, flowers sprouted from his corpse. The system notified King Feng, 27,000 days of tradable lifespan and 482 years of non-tradable lifespan absorbed. His eyes gleamed with satisfaction. This was an exceptional haul.